Imagine waking up every day with an unshakable sense of direction, knowing exactly why you're here, knowing exactly what you're meant to do. This isn't just wishful thinking. This isn't some dream reserved for a chosen few. It is a reality, but only for those who cultivate a specific way of thinking, the 1% mindset. And if you want to unlock clarity, strength, and an unstoppable sense of purpose, then listen closely. Because today, we're not just talking about a mindset. We're talking about a revolution inside your mind. First, let's understand what it really means to live with the 1% mindset. Most people think the 1% mindset means money. They think it means power. They think it means privilege. They are wrong. The 1% mindset is not about being better than other people. It's about being better than who you were yesterday. It's about rising when others settle. It's about clarity when others live in confusion. Average thinking says, take it easy, tomorrow's another day. The 1% mindset says, tomorrow is not promised, today is the only chance I've got. Average thinking seeks comfort. The 1% mindset seeks growth. Average thinking asks, what do I get out of this? The 1% mindset asks, what do I become from this? And here's the truth. Everyone can access the 1% mindset, but only the brave will choose it. History proves it. Leaders, thinkers, innovators, none of them started with perfect conditions, but what they did have was clarity of purpose and a refusal to settle for the ordinary. And if they could build it, so can you. The 1% mindset isn't about privilege, it's about perspective. Now let's move from theory into action. Because a mindset is not built in the clouds. It is built in the dirt of daily life, brick by brick, habit by habit. How you start your day decides how you live your day. Wake up and scroll aimlessly through your phone, you've already surrendered control. But wake up with intention, you take command. The 1% mindset starts with clarity, moments of gratitude, moments of visualization, moments of planning. A few quiet minutes in the morning set the tone for an entire day of purpose. Now let's talk about discomfort. The 1% mindset understands that growth never comes from comfort. That's why the best performers in every field lean into challenge. Cold showers, early workouts, tackling the hardest tasks first instead of running from them. Comfort feels good now, but discomfort builds strength for life. And then there's reflection. The world moves fast. Distractions are endless. But if you don't stop, if you don't look back, if you don't measure yourself, you will drift. The 1% mindset reflects daily. Journaling, self-check-ins, asking, did I live today with purpose or did I just exist? Because if you don't evaluate, you cannot elevate. Consistency creates clarity. Your daily habits forge your mindset. Now, listen. Mindset without movement is nothing but a daydream. Purpose is not something you wait for. Purpose is something you build. When you embrace the 1% mindset, purpose stops being an abstract idea. It becomes your daily reality. Obstacles? They don't stop you. They fuel you. Challenges? They don't break you. They shape you. Every action, every choice, every decision is aligned with your values. You become a person with a compass that always points to purpose. And here's the secret. Most people live reacting, but the 1% live creating. Do not wait for the perfect moment to arrive. Do not wait for someone to hand you your calling. Do not wait for permission. Purpose is not found. Purpose is built. Brick by brick, day by day, choice by choice. Look at the people who changed history. They weren't waiting. They were building. And now it's your turn. The hardest part is not starting. The hardest part is sustaining. Anyone can be motivated for a day. Anyone can be consistent for a week. But the 1% mindset, it requires lifelong commitment. How do you sustain it? You renew yourself.
You rest when needed, but you never quit. Discipline becomes your anchor. Even when the mood fades, the mission continues. You will drift. You will fall off track. But the 1% mindset doesn't demand perfection. It demands correction. The moment you realize you've drifted, you realign. You get back on track fast. And here's another truth. No one stays sharp in isolation. You need people who push you, people who demand your best, people who refuse to let you shrink back into mediocrity. The 1% mindset grows best in a community of growth. So here's your challenge. Commit today, not tomorrow, not someday, but today. To one 1% habit. Wake up earlier. Journal with honesty. Take on one discomfort that you've been avoiding. Do it today. Because the 1% mindset doesn't wait. It builds, it acts, it moves. When you ignite the 1% mindset, you don't just change your morning. You don't just change your day. You change your destiny.